let's speak about Lucid Motors, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to be taking a look at Lucid because there is a couple of things happening over the next while. So one of them is the most recent thing. So next week, the PIF Private Sector Forum. So if you're not aware, somehow the PIF is Lucid's single largest shareholder, holding about 60 to 65% of the company as of this moment in time. If it wasn't for the PIF, there is a good chance that Lucid would not exist as a publicly traded company right now. They have invested an awful lot of money into them. They are their biggest holding, and they have bought most quarters since Lucid has indeed gone public. They are an absolutely huge institution. They are massive. They have a lot of funds under their belt. And this thing is happening next week, March 14th to 15th. The PIF's private sector partnerships shaping Saudi Arabia's local economy. We're going to get more into what that means and what it may entail. And then also, we just got this Schedule 14A, which there are a few interesting things in regards to what they have to say, what they're going to be discussing in about a month's time. And we also got this letters to shareholders from Peter Rawlinson. So we're going to be speaking about those things. We're going to be taking a look at the stock's price because it has spent, a couple of weeks actually stagnating now. The RSI is relatively neutral. The 50 and 200 day moving averages are looking like they could meet relatively soon. And that would lead us to believe that there could be a leg in the upwards or downwards directions based off of news very soon. So who knows, this meeting next week could be that. Right before we get into it, we discuss what's actually going to be spoken about here. Could I ask you to hit that thumbs up button nice and early for me? Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about Lucid right now. And please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here and end up enjoying the content. Also, if you are interested in getting some free shares, I am currently working with Webull. When you sign up, open an account, deposit $100, you can get up to 12 free shares worth thousands of dollars. You can just take them, sell them, and put it into Lucid. It really is that simple, my friends. So to start off, again, this private sector forum going on the 14th to 15th next week. On Twitter, I came across this article here, okay? And it's speaking about what may be discussed here. So the Saudi PIF has sent out an invitation for private sector forum happening on March 14th to 15th. What is for Lucid during this event? Now, guys, you have to keep in mind, none of this is confirmed. This is just here as disclaimed at the bottom. Presented information are based on my knowledge and research. There is no relation with Saudi PIF nor Lucid from this person on Twitter, Saudi Bay. So potential opportunities. Lucid and local suppliers to sign agreements or MOUs to supply them with production materials for AMP2. So, I mean, yeah, of course, that's something we want to hear about. We want to find out more about this. We want the AMP2 to go to plan. We want it to go smoothly. And according to @CRZMMAA, now I have not heard of this person before. I looked into them briefly. They're a Twitter person who pretty much exclusively covers Lucid. I don't think a lot of people have put a lot of thought into what they say. There's been a lot of information come out from them that's ended up being true, but also a lot of things have not come true whatsoever. But they tweeted out just 2 days ago, the largest car rental company in the Middle East, Budget, is in advanced negotiations with Lucid to purchase a group of cars. So if this is to come to fruition, this is going to be huge for Lucid, quite obviously. It's going to lead to more potential revenue. It's going to lead to a healthier potential balance sheet. It's going to be able to be included in the next earnings report, the next update we get. And if that is the largest car rental company in the Middle East, it would obviously be a fantastic thing for Lucid Motors to, get this agreement in place. Again, guys, this is all just through the grapevine. There is no substance to this yet, but we will keep our eyes peeled. Now, aside from that, we can expect an interview or update from Faisal Sultan, Lucid VP and Managing Director of the Middle East. Lucid and Sharik.gov.sa program to sign an agreement to help Lucid secure missing components or materials for its existence in Saudi Arabia or global production. Again, would be a very good one to get something about. And Lucid and Electromin or others to sign MOUs to establish EV charging network in Saudi Arabia. So you can see why, despite the fact we don't really have any tangible information about this meeting just yet, some absolutely huge news could come about it. So the forum will showcase PIF and its portfolio companies' business opportunities, signal potential opportunities for investors and suppliers, and maximize the windows of cooperation. That's why having the PIF on Lucid's side is more than just money. It's all of the connections, and you have to keep in mind Lucid is their single biggest holding, followed by, I believe, Activision Blizzard, and then there's a few more in there. So you could expect that a large portion of this whole event is going to be based around Lucid. And I am very, very excited to see if anything tangible actually does come from it. Again, guys, don't take anything I've said so far in this video as factual. It's not yet. We could get better things than this, you know? we might get worse. There might be nothing, but it's going to be exciting nonetheless. And again, the reason I like it so much, we're in this stage of stagnation. It could lead to the next leg up. And ultimately, that leg up could be huge for Lucid and us as investors. Now, we also got this Schedule 14A. So this is just a preliminary proxy statement. We're going to go through what this is first, but there was a letter to stockholders from Peter Rollins here. I'm not going to make you go through all of it. Obviously, there's no real news here that you wouldn't be aware of, but it was a relatively nice letter all in all. He did say here, I would like to leave you with a message of restless optimism for the year ahead. We have what we view as the very best car imaginable in production today, a view substantiated with countless reviews and accolades. We will be ramping up in key new international markets. Again, that could tie into what we just spoke about, producing with quality in volume, and we'll have more attainable versions of Air arriving very soon. Truly landmark products are also on their way in Sapphire and Gravity, supported by a technology roadmap to keep us clearly ahead of the competition. Just some nice words. Now, in regards to what will actually be spoken about here, to elect the 9 nominees to serve as directors to hold office until the 2024 annual meeting of stockholders, and until their successors are duly elected and qualified, or until their earlier death, resignation, or removal. Standard stuff. I don't think anybody's going to be too worried about this. It doesn't look like the most exciting meeting in the whole world, to be honest with you. To ratify the selection of Grant Thornton LLP as our independent registered public accountant firm. That's fine. Nobody's upset about that. They're doing absolutely fine. To approve on an advisory basis the compensation for our named executive officers. And then also to approve the amendment of the Lucid Group Inc. amended and restated 2021 stock incentive plan. Now, these are ones that investors should be aware of and should be relatively interested in, because, you know, we want to see, particularly when it comes to the stock incentive plan, this is for the employees, not for the C-suite guys. In order to keep good employees on, they should be given solid incentives, especially ones around, you know, performance-based incentives, so good work is rewarded with stock. That's how you keep your employees on for a long time. And a lot of the best, you know, C-suite executives in the world for the big companies, like your Teslas and then even your GMs, all of them types of companies, your Fords, have been there for decades at a time. They're the ones who really build a company from the ground up. So hopefully things go well here, and I think the majority of people will vote it through based off of what we can see so far. And then to approve the amendment and reinstatement of the company's current certificate of incorporation, and to conduct such other business as may properly come before the annual meeting. So, not the most exciting looking shareholder meeting in the whole world, honestly, but still some important things come out there. Mainly all around compensation, in my opinion. They will be the most important things here. So in regards to proposal number 4, which is what I'll be watching the closest, approval of the amendment of the Lucid Group Inc. and reinstated 2021 stock incentive plan. The reason for it is the number of employees and other service providers has grown substantially since we became a public company, and competition for highly skilled personnel is frequently intense, especially in the San Francisco Bay Area and in the metropolitan Phoenix area, where we have a substantial presence and need for highly skilled personnel. So again, they want to give good incentives so that they can get the best employees, as opposed to allowing their competitors to have the best employees. And us shareholders should all want that. We want the best employees to be rewarded handsomely so they stay with us as opposed to going to competitors. Now, this does entail them saying here, as of February 15, 2023, there were 24.5 million shares remaining for issuance under the plan. If our stockholders approve the amended plan, the number of shares available for issuance will be increased by 39.16 million. So it's tough to say how to feel about this. It very much so is. Don't worry, this doesn't mean that all these shares are just going to hit the market at once. There's going to be absolutely huge, absolutely insane dilution. You don't have to worry about that. It's interesting though. It also says the maximum number of shares subject to awards granted under the plan during any calendar year to any outside director is it will not exceed 1 million for the first year of service and $750,000 per total per year thereafter. And they can be awarded for a number of reasons that we don't need to go into every single one. So that is the basics of that 14A. That's the base of what we can expect to speak about in another month's time or so. Next week is the more exciting of it all. And again, as I briefly touched on already in today's video, this price stagnation, some will see it as a bad thing. Me, I see it as a relatively healthy thing. Remember, we did hit a bottom there at about 616. We ran all the way up about 36% to the 815 mark or so. Came down healthily, went back up healthily. Then we spiked very unhealthily due to, you know, the rumors of the Saudi buyout. It's been downtrending since then, but we're consolidating above where we were before these rumors happened. We've been consolidating here for a couple of weeks. If we get another week of, you know, consolidation, even if it's 5 to 10% fluctuations, as long as we're staying within our relative ranges, then we definitely can see that next healthy upward move, in my personal opinion. And that is what I personally am hoping to see as a Lucid investor. You guys already know I love this company. Oh, I've been in them from day one. They bring back good memories whenever I think about them. I remember the days, baby. I remember being live watching them. I remember speaking about them. Everybody was over the moon. We all made considerable money on Lucid, thankfully enough. And here's to hoping we make a lot more money on Lucid going forwards. But anyway, my friends, if you watch this video all the way to the end, you are a true legend. I really appreciate you being there from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy, all I ask is you hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. And please subscribe for more. And again, if you want those free shares from Webull, sign up to buzz at $100. You can get hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of free stocks. Sell them. Buy some Lucid. Why not, baby? Anyway, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you up in another video very soon. Peace.